1026, low sig. Unit, Metroport. Unit at 2350 Zulu. Automated observation. Wind 030 degrees, 6 knots. Cab OK. Temperature 4. Dew point -3. QNH 1018. Low sig. Repeating. Brussels National. Metroport. Brussels National at 2350 Zulu. Wind 060 degrees, 7 knots. Cab OK. Temperature 8. Dew point 0. QNH 1020. Low sig. Repeating. Amsterdam Schiphol. Metroport. Amsterdam Schiphol at 2355 Zulu. Wind. Dew point -2. QNH 1023. Low sig.
All right, there we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, Shannon involvement. How's my microphone audio? I'm not using a headset today. I'm just using the webcam microphone, and of course the SDR. You know, I don't want I don't want to be showing my. Okay, so yeah, so this microphone's pretty good. Okay. All right. Anyway, I got this RSPdx hooked up. The port number, port A, is hooked up to the end fed, and antenna B is hooked up to the FM loop. So I'm gonna let it play for a bit. I'm gonna take a walk to the store. Give me a couple of beers. I need some beer tonight. I'm gonna be up for a while. So I'm gonna let the let me see what I can put on. Let me put some AM radio or leave it on Shannon Volney. It's up to you guys. Anyway, I'll leave it on Shannon Volney for a few and then I'll change it. Alright, let me start.
London Heathrow, broadcast. London Heathrow, valid from the 6th at 0000 until the 7th at 0600. Wind 050 degrees, 10 knots. Cab OK. London Gatwick, forecast. London Gatwick, valid from the 6th at 0000 until the 7th at 0600. Wind 050 degrees, 10 knots. Cab OK. Probability 30% from 0300 until 0600.
Now we can control it from here. I can stop it here. And I'm using the YouTube Studio. I'm using OBS, but I like YouTube Studio better for the chat. So let me just type hello Dio. Right? Let me see if that works. Oh, yeah, okay, that's working well. And hello RRT08. Your mic is low now. Don't worry about the microphone. I don't worry about the microphone. I don't want to be, yeah. I'm going to you know. Let me see what's going on now. Okay, let me play this.
Detected. Temperature 7. Dew point 1. QNH 1022. Low sig. London Gatwick, Metroport. London Gatwick at 2350 Zulu. Wind 040 degrees, 8 knots. Cab OK. Temperature 6. Dew point 3. QNH 1021. London Stansted, Metroport.
You said the microphone's too low now? Can't hear me at all? Oh, I have to have the microphone on then. So it's getting the record from the microphone. Okay, let me put them both on. Oh my God, all these Let me do this again. Play.
Travel pay. Temperature 3. Dew point 1. QNH 1027. Glasgow, Met report. Glasgow at 2350 Zulu. Automated observation. Wind 040 degrees, 5 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Cloud, ceiling.
How's that?
100 feet. Temperature 5. Dew point 2.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it without the headphones.
Repeat.
If I lower this one down, can you still hear me talk?
At 2350 Zulu. Automated observation. Wind.
Now you're saying you don't hear me. So. I have the microphone. Okay, thank you. That's what I wanted to know. Okay. So right now you can hear me talk. I lower the volume on the SDR. You can hear me talk. All right, I'm gonna put the SDR volume up now.
London Gatwick, Met report. London Gatwick at 2350 Zulu. Wind 040 degrees, 8 knots. Travel pay. Temperature 6. Dew point 3. QNH 1021. Repeating, London Stansted, Met report. London Stansted at 2350 Zulu. Automated observation. Wind 040 degrees, 9 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. No cloud detected. Temperature 4. Dew point 2. QNH 1023. Repeating, Prestwick, Met report. Prestwick at 2350 Zulu. Wind 060 degrees, 11 knots. Travel pay. Temperature 3. Dew point 1. QNH 1027. British Shannon Volmet. Shannon Volmet. No signals. Repeat, no signals. Forecast. Dublin. Forecast. Dublin. Valid from the 6th at 0000 until the 6th at 2400. Wind variable 3 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Cloud few at 1,500 feet. Tempo from 0000 until 0600. Wind 070 degrees, 8 knots. Becoming between 0600 and 0800. Wind 090 degrees, 9 knots. Becoming between 1800 and 2000. Wind 030 degrees, 6 knots. Becoming between 2000 and 2200. Wind variable 3 knots. Shannon forecast. Shannon valid from the 6th at 0000 until the 6th at 2400. Wind 110 degrees, 13 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Cloud few at 3,000 feet. Probability 20%. Tempo from 0200 until 0500. Wind 090 degrees, 14 knots. Gusting 25 knots. Becoming between 1500 and 1700. Wind 160 degrees, 10 knots. Becoming between 1900 and 2100.
All right. Yeah, I went to the other room and I heard it with my phone, so it sounds good. Okay. Because I don't want no reverb coming back to my microphone. So right now it sounds good. It sounds good. I just don't want to use my headphone because I want to be able to come on here and do SDR also. The problem with the headphone, I have to set up, it's an extra step. And, you know, I want to be able to come on here, boom, 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 no problem, you know. Okay, so I'm going to put it on... Let me see. Who's this?
Visibility 1 kilometers or more. Cloud. Few 1,500 feet. Open 2,200 feet. Temperature 14. Dew point 1. QMH999er. Northeast south at 000. 030 degrees 3 knots. Variable between 360 and 070 degrees. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Cloud. Few 3,000 feet. Temperature 18. Dew point 12. QMH1018. Northeast. So 000. Wind 120 degrees 7 knots. Have okay. Temperature 12. Dew point 07. QMH1014. Central Island.
Nákupy u lokálnych značiek a v second-handoch. Ak odevu už nie je to pomoci, nedá sa vymeniť ani upcyklovať, od januára tohto roku už nepatrí do bežného komunálneho odpadu. Putovať by mal do textilného odpadu. Jeho zber musia od začiatku tohto roka povinne zabezpečiť samosprávy. Čisté či nositeľné oblečenie môžete umiestniť do osobitých kontajnerov určených do second-handu alebo na recykláciu. Hlavne Ivana Maloš z Inštitútu cirkulárnej ekonomiky.
Môže to byť veľmi zmočené, zobraté, špinavé veci, ktoré sme napríklad dlho používali v domácnosti aj na kontajnery na svojom území, takže väčšina obyvateľov má túto možnosť.
Niekoľko nelichotivých štatistík. Takmer 3/5 oblečenia skončia do roka od ich výroby v spaľovniach alebo na skládkach. Najmenej 6% globálnych emisí skleníkových plynov pochádza z výroby odevu a obuvy.
dice. Y empezó a decir pausadamente, el Señor es mi pastor, nada me falta. Y a medida que iba hablando, un silencio grande. Le tomó un tiempo salir de ese momento sublime y al final nos dieron los aplausos del mismo programador. El elocuente, claro, se acercó al anciano y le preguntó.
Oh, okay, you bought it. Let me say hello to everybody before I go out to the store. I'm going to put the AM band for a while, and I'll be back, and then I'll tune because I don't want to leave it here and it's staticky and all that. And then conditions haven't been that good today. I was trying to do some FT8 this morning on 10 meters, and it was not that good today. So I'm thinking conditions are not the best. So let me say hello to I say hello to Tito, RT. Oh wait, hello Bobby. I know I saw Bobby. I saw hello Tasso. Hello Estrella Garcia. Hello John, Tampa, Florida. Looks good, sounds good, thank you. RT08 says I bought a jog shuttle dial for my SDRPlay. I've been thinking about getting one of those too. One of those knobs. But you know, I just use my mouse. Works for me. I mean, you know, maybe some point I'll get that. If you can recommend a good one where I can buy it for cheap.
205-271-2976. Sigue atento porque nosotros te vamos a avisar que a la primera llamada Claudio, con toda su generosidad, te va a mandar uno de sus libros. Es cierto, porque aparte, o sea, lo que yo he visto en cada uno de estos libros, de todo lo que has escrito, justo es a lo que nos lleva, Claudio, a amarlo, a conocerlo para luego amarlo. Y es un amor que va increciendo. Lo conoces y quieres más, y lo conoces y quieres más. Por eso esto me lleva a preguntarte, Claudio, ¿podrías contarnos o compartirnos alguna experiencia? Bueno, yo sé que tienes muchas, pero compártenos solo una, en la que hayas sentido de manera especial la presencia de Cristo en la Eucaristía. Y esta presencia, ¿cómo ha impactado tu vida y toda tu obra? Yo sé que tienes muchas, pero cuéntanos nada más una.
Bueno, no pensaba esta mañana. Esto se puso tantas historias tan simpáticas con Jesús. Él es un amigo extraordinario y él siempre nos da anécdotas, vivencias, testimonios. Y hay uno que me encanta, y yo creo que te lo he contado, pero me encanta contarlo. Y es que a veces yo ando en auto, y sé que a muchos les pasa, ando en auto y siempre esa necesidad de ir a verlo en el sagrario. No hay nada más triste que un sagrario abandonado, que ver a Jesús solo, el Hijo de Dios, solo en un sagrario abandonado. No, eso no tiene nombre. Y a veces siempre esa llamada, Claudio, ven a ver, y yo...
I'm gonna step to the store. I don't care if I get copyright tonight. I really don't care. So I'm gonna let the music play. It says here Radio Nacional de Amazonas. Brazil music. So I'm gonna let the music play and I'll come back. I just went to the store. So let me settle in here. It's kind of rainy outside, boys. Right now, it's not raining now, but it's kind of wet out there, you know. A minute here. Store's a couple of blocks away, but I walk fast. I walk fast. I walk really fast. And I put my glasses on. Where my glasses at? I see RRT 08 for a couple of things up there. I don't care if I get copyright tonight. I don't care. I'm letting the music play tonight. Just gonna hang out tonight. And hello, Radio Search. I hope you're doing well. RRT 08 or 08. I bought it off of Amazon from a web reviewer. Drop USB volume control, not $34. Okay, that's pretty. That's not a bad price. $34. I can see that. There is a small and large version. I got the large version in silver. Yeah, I would like to get the large one. Okay, so that's good. RRT 08. I can hear this on my PL330, but not my PL660. Yeah, that was one of the knocks about the PL660. It seems to be a little bit deaf on shortwave. I bought my PL660 years ago, way before the PL330 came. I have out. If I had to buy a new radio right now, and that would have been my first shortwave portable, I definitely would have went with the 330. And hello, James Farley. I hope you're doing well. All right. Yeah, I need a cold one. Cheers. I'm having a Bud Light. Lime, of course. It's the only one I really drink lately. Bud Light. Refreshing. Alright. Let's see what else. What else is going on? The 1200 on the dot. By the way, I'm using the end-fed. I have the end-fed hooked up to the SDRPlay RSPdx on port A. On port B, I got the FM antenna. So this is the end-fed. But right now, conditions haven't been that good. All day today. Haven't been that good.
Broadcast, the one you're listening to, comes from a small farm in the state of South Carolina in the United States of America.
Ben bu oyunları bilmem. Kahrolacağım. Daha gelmem. Dönmem. Daha geriye dönmem. Severek her gece ölmem. Aklımdan bilmem. Ben bu oyunları bilmem. Kahrolacağım. Daha geri dönmem. Daha geri dönmem. Her gece
Esse rádio roda TT.
Yalnızlığında paylaşabilmek için seni, dünyasındaki suskunluğunda yaşayabilmek için seni. Neler neler vermezsin, neler neler vermezsin, neler neler bir anda, bir anda, bir anda. Burası gönlünün karanlığında bir güzellik sonca güllük gibi sakladı durdu, sakladı oysa haykırabilmek için seni. Neler neler vermezsin, neler neler vermezsin, neler neler bir anda, bir anda, bir anda, bir anda. Bir anda, dolu sıcak göğsünde unutabilmek için seni, gözlerindeki mutluluğunu da yaşayabilmek için seni. Neler vermezdim, neler vermezdim, neler diler. Dilara, bir tek seni sevdim, Dilara, hep seni sevdim,
SDRPlay Türkiye.
Dilim neden tutulur seni gördüğüm zaman, güllerin yanında kalır seni gördüğüm zaman. Sana utandım esirine akıllı dünyalar biliyor. Susma gönlüm sen söyle. Haydi gönlüm sen söyle. Aşkımı sevgilim, yardımı sevgilim. Haydi söyle onu nasıl sevdiğimi. Haydi söyle rüyalarda gördüğümü. Haydi söyle uykusuz gecelerimi. Haydi söyle sıkıldığım zaman beni bir ateş sarar. Seni gördüğüm zaman yanan yüreğim yanar. Seni gördüğüm zaman canımı ömrümle. Seni gördüğüm zaman bütün zamanı susma gönlüm sen ol. Haydi gönlüm sen aşkımı sevgiliye, derdimi sevgiliye. Haydi söyle onu nasıl sevdiğini. Haydi söyle rüyalarda gördüğünü. Haydi söyle.
It has noise reduction, but this is too noisy. It's not gonna do difference. Actually, what's gonna happen is gonna lower the audio. And I don't want the audio to be lower, so it's not the best. For this condition, noise reduction not gonna make much difference. This is pretty good audio. It's just static, and I'm using the end fed. I'm not using a loop. So this is the end fed, and right now condition outside is wet. It's been raining all day.
SDRPlay Voz da Türkiye. Esta foi a emissão da Rádio Voz da Turquia. Esta é a Rádio Turquia em português, com emissões de rádio por satélite a 8 horas, aqui das 22 horas, hora da Turquia. revelações especiais da Rádio Turca em português são transmitidas a partir das seguintes frequências. No Turco e na Europa, sintoniza o satélite Turksat-A nos 42 graus C, revista 14 digital utilizada por si, com a frequência da rua.
Peter tells us here in the book of Peter that Christ suffered in the flesh. On yourself in the same life. For he that suffered in the flesh hath ceased from
act on our own authority. We don't seek our own will. We don't seek glory from men, but from the only God. Finally, there's great reward for being a faithful messenger. You can see the messenger language in the book of Revelation. When we see authority being granted, this is agency language. The red doesn't come out so well there. Look at what Jesus says about those who conquer. The one who conquers, who keeps my works until the end, to him I will give authority. That's agency language. Over the nations. And he will rule them with a rod of iron, as when earthen pots are broken in pieces. Even as I myself have received authority.
Was ever laid down. For God knows all things. He is never surprised. He knows it all. He knew Adam and Eve would fall, but he knew he wouldn't give up there. Jesus would be the one to lay down in life.
Canada, UTC, 0 heure, 55 minutes.
0 hours, 55 minutes. CHU, Canada, Coordinated Universal Time, 0 hours, 56 minutes.
0 heure, 56 minutes.
best. The number one was telling number two is best. I wanna stay with you, my lucky number two.
Tenemos a la vaca, hay una vaca y hay otro ahí que es racista, que se piensa que nosotros somos mexicanos, que nos dicen que sin tacos y tortillas y no sé ni qué madre más. Eso es lo que hay. Pero siempre estamos en baja, no mucho power. No es necesario un kilo. No es como el desorden ese que tiene Carlos, así no. Mira, y se te olvidó la loca. Ah, verdad, párate, que esto, chacho, sí, no lo podemos dejar afuera porque sería discrimen. La loca, tenemos una loca también que viene ahí a hablar.
Oye, copiado ahí. Sí, bueno, ¿qué le vamos a hacer? No, pero sí, bueno, yo te digo que vuelvo y de vez en cuando uno puede tirarle 700, 800. Yo no, muy raro que yo utilice un kilo completo, y tampoco si un amplificador llega a 1000 vatios, lo más que se puede usar 700, 800, siempre hay que dejarlo en explotar.
Bravo 1, Lima, Sierra Kilo, calling CQ. This is KB1 LSK, Northern Maine. Kilo Bravo 1, Lima, Sierra Kilo, calling CQ. Kilo Bravo 1, Lima, Sierra Kilo. Hello radio, Kilo Bravo 1, Lima, Sierra Kilo.
Juliet.
Jose, crank it on, they're covering you up.
Come on, Jose. You gotta turn it up. Man, you gotta turn it up.
What amplifier are you using, Jose?
You got all of Central America stepping all over you there, Jose. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry.
What?
Hey, is that you, Georgia?
South Carolina, I heard you.
So yeah. Jose.
What? Awesome news. Or something?
CQ Sugar Papa. Karol Cezary 8 Paweł. Karol Cezary 8 Paweł. Cisza. Idę zobaczyć co, gdzieś jeszcze tutaj skoczę tam na 80, jak nie będzie zajęte, to wrócę tutaj, także możesz, wiesz, możesz wołać i zobaczymy, ale tutaj jest bida z nędzą, jak to się mówi.
Violeta Adam 3, Olga Ludwik Maria.
Olga Ludwik Maria?
Tak, Violeta Adam 3, Olga Ludwik Maria. Nie Polska niestety, no ale Toronto, obok Romana.
No słychać, trochę słabiej niż od Romana.
No myślałem, że się odezwę, bo usłyszałem, widzę, że słyszę po polsku, to musiałem, wiem, przepraszam, że nie chcę się wciskać.
1 November, KI1N, Kilo India, EQ40 and listing. Anyone? Hello, CQ. Calling CQ40. Calling CQ40 meters. Here is Kilo India 1 November, KI1N, Kilo India 1 November, calling CQ40 and listing. Anyone?
KI1N. Here is Whiskey Alpha 1, Alpha Yankee.
Good evening. Whiskey Alpha 1, Alpha Yankee. This is Kilo India 1 November. Dom, how are you doing? It's nice to hear you on. It's actually been a while since we've spoken. So thank you very much for the call. Name is Bob in Connecticut. Good to hear you. How you doing?
Hey, Bob, I'm doing just fine. I just heard you in there. Very good. You got a real strong signal. You are 5.
QSL, good luck.
Original de l'appareil.
Redline, Pennsylvania. Rarely copying the signal. Let me go back again.
Because it is.
We're horrible down here, God. You said perilous times. And the kind of perilous times we could never understand with sound weapons and 5G and all this other stuff that they got. So just protect your people and lift up their spirits, because we have no continuing city in this world. So bless us, we pray. In your Son's name, for we're alone. Amen. Okay, the fullness of the gospel. I'm going to go.
We got a jungle out there. Look what all you got, and she got the devil in her. Coming up from the 2001 Grammy Award-winning album Sweet Tea. This is Buddy Guy live from Three Peaks Station.
The longer you wait. And yet people are saying, I don't want to bring a kid, I don't want to start a family, when we still aren't even in a position to have a house in which to raise them. 416-872-1010. Help me understand this political craziness that broke out yesterday. Let's go to Kevin in Toronto. Hey, Kevin.
Hey, guys. I think it's the assumption that only women is according to my wife. Only women have...
And the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle. And on their heads were as it were crowns like gold, and their faces were as the faces of men. And they had hair as the hair of women, and their teeth were as the teeth of lions. And they had breastplates, as it were breastplates of iron. And the sound of their wings was as the sound of chariots of many horses running to battle. And they had tails like unto scorpions, and there were stings in their tails, and their power was to hurt men 5 months. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. One woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter. And the 6th angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the 4 horns of the golden horse. Out of the mouth issued fire. Prepared.
Excuse me. Take care, John, and thank you for stopping by, and you have a great week.
Five 33.5, here's SoCal check.
Negative 133 decimal 5, Caribbean 554. SoCal check's good, Caribbean 554.
What is your squawk code?
Squawk 5653, Caribbean 554.
Roger, yeah.
Cloud spotted at 2,500 feet. Tempo from 1300 until 1800. Visibility 8 kilometers. Moderate rain showers. Cloud spotted at 1,200 feet. Few cumulonimbus at 2,000 feet. Ceiling broken at 2,500 feet. Becoming between 2000 and 2200. Cloud spotted at 800 feet. Tempo from 22.
Yeah, New York Aeronautical 5520, yeah.
At 400 feet. Ceiling broken at 800 feet. Becoming between 0300. Temperature minus 2.6. QMH1017. Charlie Charlie India at 0100. 190 degrees 3 knots. Variable between 16 and 20 degrees. Current air temperature minus 2.6. QMH10 northeast. Get Hotel Sierra on information available. Name of the car Alpha Zulu at 0100. 200 degrees 20. Military 1 times lot for information broadcast. At 0100. 240 degrees 6 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers on all. Cloud 1,200 feet. Temperature 2.27. QMH1011 northeast.
Jim, W1WE. I know you're going to be off watching Duke and Houston. I'm rooting for Duke, by the way. I don't know who you're rooting for. I don't like Houston. And it's not because they're in Texas. I just don't like Coach Calvin Sampson. He was a coach at Indiana University for a little while, and he cheated. I don't like him. Anyway, I digress. But welcome to the Freedom Net, and if you're not there, I'll understand, because that Duke game, I think, kicked off. It's already kicked off. It's probably 10 minutes into the first.
Fired up and tested, put a set of my tubes in it. It was, it tells you it's wired for 230. At the time it was made, the line was 230, 235. And I'm running another 10 volts on it, roughly 9 volts. Did that jack the filament voltage up too far? That's going to shorten the life of the tube. That's something that I do want to look at when I go back to talk to the guy and tell him, what my recommendations are to do with the amp from here. But I want to check that filament voltage now on 244 versus 230.
Y'all take care. It is past my bedtime. Have a good one. Catch you tomorrow in 4 TW.
See you later, Fred.
Good night, Fred. Don't go away so soon.
Yeah, hold the door open, Fred. I'm going to get out of here also. I'm about ready to hit the bed. Good hearing you, though, Rob. Hadn't heard you for a long time. And everybody, y'all have a great night. And I'll have a good day tomorrow. 7-3 all around. K4 WMS.
Hold it.
Hey, let me go too. I'm just going to listen.
Not the Freedom Net, the Prostate Net. About 10 years ago, I used to listen. I had a web app. I had a smartphone app, and there was a group called 3819.net. And they used to come out every morning and talk about politics and all that. They were funny though. And I posted a video a few months, I think a year ago now. It's about a year ago. One of my last recordings of them. Because this is like 10 years ago when I recorded it on my smartphone. Of course, most of them already passed on. You know, they're silent key now. But I'm going to tell you something. They were the funniest guys. It was like a morning show listening to them. Like a talk show. But they were funny. And back then, this is before, you know, this is when Obama was president. And they used to crack me up. And it reminded me of them. Because most of them were from Texas, Arkansas. There was one from Louisiana. And they used to be on there every morning. For like 3 hours. 3 or 4 hours. And I used to listen to them on an app. You know, one of those scanner apps? So they had a group called 3819 kilohertz or 3819khz.net. Of course, their website's no longer up and all that. Like I said, they're all passed on now. They even had the website, but they're all gone now. So I recorded one and I posted it about a year ago. And I got a few comments on it. People say that, you know, thank you for posting this. That it brings back memories. Yeah, and they remind me of this. You know, but they would talk politics. They would crack jokes. Of course, yeah. Yeah. And this is before I started my channel. Because it was like people like I'm gonna tell you something. It was people like them that made me want to come back to radio when I would listen to them, because they're the one that got me started into, man, I'm gonna see if I can listen to these guys on a shortwave radio, and then eventually get my license. And the guy sounds just like one of them.
It's just something to look at when you look at radio equipment that was designed back in the 60s or 70s or even 80s, and line voltages have gone from 110, 220 to 115, 230 to 120, 240, and now we're looking, some people's line runs, some people's line gets on up, man, close to 250. So that's 125 instead of, on the 120 side, you only got a 5-volt difference. But on the 240 side, you got a 10-volt difference. And it can stack up. If you put a transformer that's designed to run on 220, and now it's sitting here running on 248 volts, it's going to put out more voltage. The multiplication of the transformer has a bigger effect. I see as much as 200 volts difference on high voltage from when in the summertime everybody's running air conditioning on this one transformer. There's 3 homes on this one transformer.
Find it. They'll pay more for it than we could produce it for.
Or if they would let us put some pipelines in.
Well, it would make a hell of a difference.
It was someone else you lectured on tonight? I'm about to switch antenna here to see.
Old people.
Yeah, that's right, Rob. I'm not going to deny it.
Looks like all the call signs on the band adapters, and it's pretty much like its own active web.
So it puts the call signs on, and you can see what people are saying right on the band adapter. You know, from the band adapter, will open up their QRZ or switch. When you switch frequencies, it shows you everybody posted on the cluster and blah blah blah. And it also, I just got the built-in web server working, where it opens in your web browser. It opens up a map that's connected to through Thetis here, and it shows like where everybody is and where my signal's going and blah blah blah.
Great.
All right, you get it next break. Yeah, sounds great, Dave. That's interesting piece of software.
James Farley, True has the lower sideband suppressed. It's best to listen to upper sideband. Yeah, well, I mean, conditions aren't the best. But there's nobody on really on 160 right now. Otherwise, I would have saw a whole bunch of activity. I only saw like a couple. So, I'm not going to bother with that. Yeah.
Samples I got from all the members of the bands I went to see this week.
CHHA out of Canada. But there's another signal mixing in there. And it's only 9:30, let me see. 9:33 in the evening, so it's kind of early. Some of these stations to come in loud and strong.
Navigate in the tough and fickle restaurant business, and especially now, under the very unsettled economic times under Donald Trump. I'm Vanessa Pyro in Cuba.
How do we change that? Don't miss this important documentary report. Fentanyl Death Incorporated. It could save the life of someone you love. Available exclusively at salemnow.com. salemnow.com.
Welcome back, folks. I'm talking to my friend Ryan Bethea, Bethea. Ryan, you've got this thing coming out in a TV show on CBN next month, and we're talking about the miraculous. So you just told us this amazing story that.
Unto me in heaven and in earth. And he makes a statement, frankly, that staggers my thoughts, and it reaches far beyond my ability to conceive or articulate. He is making a claim to consummate sovereign authority. He has all authority.
James Farley, it would be great to have a portable that picked up station like this. Well, I mean, that's a pretty good portables. Right now, of course, I'm using the NFED. So the NFED, even though I do get a lot of gain on it, it is noisy compared to MFJ 1886 loop. So, or even the MLA 30. So right now, this is the end fan. So the end fan is going to be a little noisy as I go lower down to the band. Let's see, going into the bottom of the medium wave band. Because my loop antenna would have been, either one of my loop antennas, the noise floor would have been lower. And like I said, it's still early. 1550 normally, later on at night is Canada. But it's mixing now. So there's got to be something else.
The three participles are going, baptizing, teaching. That's how you do it. Going, baptizing, teaching.
The orange. President Biden or Vice President Harris even go to the border. It just shows you that it was not a high priority there. The fact their priority was to allow as many illegals to come into the United States as possible. Because it was a political issue for them. They wanted any new voters they thought.
So that's most likely KXCL out of Waterloo, Iowa. 1,000 miles, 1,600 kilometers away. 50,000 watt station from Iowa into Yonkers, New York. So coming in pretty good tonight.
Administration has done an incredible job of closing the border, shutting it down, stopping the trafficking, and Kristi Noem, who I've served with in Congress, she's a no-nonsense woman from South Dakota that's doing a fantastic job of making sure that keep America safe.
Yeah, it is pretty incredible. What is the next step for Congress to address this issue? I know we're working on this big, beautiful bill that President Trump wants with this reconciliation package. We're working on funding for continuing building the wall and getting more resources, possibly, I'm sure, hiring more border patrol. But what's the next step, and what's the conversation that you've heard when it comes to this reconciliation bill in regards to specifically the southern border and trying to stop this flow of immigration?
Well, what had happened was the Biden administration.
Download the SD Cincinnati app today. Visit the App Store or Google Play Store and search for SD Cincinnati app. Together, we are
216. A couple more, 218. And Colorado with a shot on goal. Matt Vince with the save. Another rebound shot by Colorado goes over the shoulder of Matt Vince. Illegal positioning by Buffalo. Off-ball push. It gives Colorado the ball.
WWKB out of Buffalo, New York.
Second quarter action tonight from Denver. Colorado with a shot. Splitting save by Matt Vince. Holding it for closing across the goal line. And Buffalo counters with their attack again from the front door. Run the forward. Ian McKay out there, along with Tehuka Nanako. Josh Burns setting up a nice pick. Here's Burns getting away from the pick and a roll. His shot wide, picked up by Colorado. And they'll score back out of center. Off the stride of Jordan Gillis.
And yet, the world seemed to erupt in anger. That's true. It was just a panic eruption of anger. In every quarter, even from Republicans. After all, after Democrats, somebody do something. And the very politicians are fighting you. Oh yeah, I see always saying, always justice. What are they doing nothing? You know, honestly, I always say, I told you I've been saying since 1988 that I would do something. And now I'm doing it. The history won't be lost. It does get you into the idea of great question. So first of all, we are migrating all of the data from Vista.
Yeah, it's still early because WFED is not that clear right now, so it's still early. WFED/WTOP out of Washington, D.C.
To accomplish.發短信上嚟啊！哇，睇住喎會唔會有即係海外嘅短信收費咧咁所以呢一位2222我真係留意住啦因為我唔知啦嗱呢方面我就唔清楚啦香港發短信過嚟美國會唔會係有好貴咧定係免費咧咁呢個就睇住咁佢分享話文浩你好香港落咗2日雨，今日出太陽啦咁仲分享咗幅相出嚟
honor of his return to work after being gone for a family fun-filled vacation for a week. Welcome back, Cyrus.
This pro-life generation, you are a part of it. And every one of us has a critical role.
Yeah, they're pretty good. And also, if I really want to, I can use the upper sideband, lower sideband, and tinker with that. If I really want to shape away a strong frequency, but right now I'm not DXing, I'm just tuning the bands. So I can really tinker around with all of this and really get narrow. And kind of like, right side, left side, upper sideband, lower sideband, do all that too. So yeah, it's pretty good. I like all these filters.
To the Virgin of Virgins, my mother. To the
Coming up, ready to go on the replay. I'm not sure County Old Town. Johnny is not on the first minute. What he took
porque la vida te dio vergüenza. Praise Him, praise Him, praise the living God. Hallelujah. We worship my God. We worship my God. Hallelujah. Hasta aquí hacia otra parte que el Señor le continúe en el cielo y mi esposa.
Y a su nombre, quisiera, pastora, on how to bulletproof your IRA and 401k with gold. 004. Donate now to Toys for Tots, working year-round. Go to toysfortots.org. Toys for Tots supports children in need throughout the year with programs like the Toys for Tots Literacy Program, established in 2008, has provided over 60 million books to disadvantaged children. The Toys for Tots Literacy Program is committed to providing disadvantaged children with direct access to books and educational resources that enhance their ability to read and communicate.
Get absolutely out physical, out muscled, out tough, and consistently clean. Rebound. He hasn't developed a talent
frente hacia el arco del Tala Rangel, y es ahí en donde De Osa saca el zurdazo con mucha potencia, pero por el arco del Rangel. Por acá nos dice Manuel.
So that's Radio Wado. I think they call it La Buena or Muy Buena or something now. They renamed the station, but it's still Radio Wado. Univision.
Centro al área, pasa el balón, Beltrán, quien le pega, se la acomoda todavía, no, 2 horas para acomodar el balón por parte de Mateo Chávez. Era como iba Javier Ledesma, 40 tiros de esquina por la izquierda para Chivas.
Sí, como iba, o al menos ser más rápido, ¿no? Recepcionas y al mismo tiempo deja la pelota lista para en segunda instancia, pero en cuestión de fracciones de segundos sacar el disparo. Claro. Tardó mucho Mateo.
Tardó muchísimo en pegarle. Bueno, también Marco Antonio Medina, saludos desde Talpa, Jalisco, Pueblo Mágico.
Saludos.
Y bueno, saludos, que es guardia de seguridad de arriba en América. Saludos, mi querido Marco. Va a venir el balón al área, viene el centro, Andrada. Rechace a medias, recupera Guadalajara, va a venir el servicio. Alvarado con el centro, pelota rebotada, otra vez Rayados. Y el contragolpe para el medio campo, tiene que ser rápido, vamos a ver. Parece que hay posición adelantada. Va de Osa antes del Tala, sale claro, clarísima.
Lo viste bien, Gabo, lo viste bien, Gabo.
Es que yo no estoy de acuerdo con esta regla porque imagínate, ¿qué tal si hay un choque entre el Tala y de Osa? Una lesión, ¿para qué? Es clarísimo el fuera de lugar.
Sí, yo creo que están tomaron esta determinación de no señalar o de dejar que siga la jugada, tratando de que sea espectacular, ¿no?
No, sí,
de que definan, de que,
y que a lo mejor si metes el gol. Exacto, si metes el gol, pues bueno, ya ves otra cosa, pero no me acuerdo si un partido de Morelia, cuando estaba Monarcas Morelia en primera división, un jugador, no recuerdo su nombre, siguió la jugada y se terminó lesionando y lo tronaron. O sea, por eso te digo, me parece innecesario, pero bueno, les encanta, ¿eh? Es una indicación que manda FIFA, ¿eh?
Sí, yo creo que para darle un...
Free trial today. You need to know on KYW News Radio 103.9 FM. Bucks County officials are mourning the death of a beloved county employee who was killed with his two sons on Amtrak train tracks. Mark Therapeutics, a pioneer in gene therapy, is cutting more than half its workforce from its University City headquarters, and voting is underway to select a permanent location for the Philadelphia portal. Get the latest anytime on KYW News Radio, now on Crystal Clear 103.9 FM.
You've never needed us more.
Hi, I'm Matt from Emmons Roofing and Siding. And did you know we're locally owned, fully licensed and insured, and trusted by thousands of homeowners per year? We treat your home like it's our home.
Emmons is who I use. They install top quality roofing, siding, windows, doors, and even decks. For a free estimate, call Emmons today at 856-556-3229.
The most expensive project is the one you do twice. So call us today at 856-556-3229 or visit callemmons.com.
That's callemmons.com.
Hey, this is Larry Snyder with Investor Schooling. I've been talking about myself for all these years. Now it's time for you to hear from one of our great clients. Investor Schooling lives up to
WPHC out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Teaches about the whole new approach.
Build your industrial base and we'll buy things from you and we'll pay extra for those things. And so that has been an outflow of money that helped Europe rebuild post-World War II. That's how far this goes back. And we never stopped. After Europe became a powerhouse, which is still kind of was that powerhouse, but since it became a powerhouse post-World War II, we just kept the status quo. We didn't change anything. Now, Europe has wasted it. Don't get me wrong. Europe has totally wasted everything that we have done to help it rebuild post-World War II. How do they do that?
That could be WOAI out of San Antonio, Texas. However, I have not heard that station in a while. If not, that is going to be 1200 out of... I believe out of Massachusetts, but I could be wrong. It could be. I have picked up 1200 WOAI from Texas.
We reciprocate and just mirror images, and they go off anytime that country says, you know, it's a mistake, just cause. You're an ally, you're neutral. We're not going to tariff this American product, and then you say, fine. Then the autopilot ceases, and the automatic tariff ends.
Of course, this is now, WLIB, but now it's a music format station. It used to be a religious station. So now it's called Éxitos, or Los Éxitos, something like that. They play English and Spanish. Now we have another music station on medium wave.
Please don't take my heart away. Promise me just one more night. Then we'll go our separate ways when hours pass. I've been run over by a metaphor. I still battle.
In that Entertainment Tonight interview, he addressed the difficulties of speaking, which was written into his return as Iceman in a cameo in Top Gun Maverick in 2022.
Who's the better pilot? You or me?
Scott Amazing Tip, CBS News, New York.
Moving on now to a TV show that has so many of us hooked, White Lotus. With the finale Sunday night, there are certain questions us diehard fans have, like who will die, whose body was floating in the water, and while we don't know yet who is in danger, we do know the signature theme song is.
The man who composed the haunting theme song for the hit HBO series says he won't be back for season 4. Born Cristobal Tapia de Veer tells the New York Times he's had creative disagreements with the creator and director, Mike White. His adjustments for a season 3 theme caused an uproar with fans, but the season 2 version was so popular it became a hit. No comment from HBO on Tapia de Veer. CBS News.
First responders and victims of the wildfires listening to a free concert at the Hollywood Bowl this week.
Anyway, Wham 1180 out of Rochester, New York.
I'm an auntie, a neurologist, a business owner. I'm a mom. We are together. It's the number one killer of women. Doesn't discriminate. It can affect any woman at any age or stage. What many women don't know is how free to talk to us. Encourage 3 women you love to learn more about their respecters and how they can take charge of their health today.
Prohibition. It's no secret that bad alcohol didn't stop people from living it up in the 1920s.
Well, let's not have into prohibition. The government is starting to go, okay, this is it.
No, and on season 3 of Snafu, we're taking you back.
Anyway, WWVA out of West Virginia. Yeah, it's too early. 11:40 is WRVA out of Richmond, Virginia. But right now, 11:30 is a blowtorch. That's Bloomberg Radio.
Feel like you're in this kind of special other time. And so when the Frick announced way back in 2014, wanted to do an expansion, not of the museum itself, but everything around it.
Right.
People lost their minds. I mean, there were thousands of signatures from very famous people that were like, stop the Frick. Everyone didn't want the Frick to change in any way. But the Frick wanted to change for a lot of different reasons.
I mean, to be fair, it was a pretty cool, intimate place you could go and see amazing art.
Well, the good news is, having been back before the opening, I can tell you that it...
Now, go 11:20. I sometimes pick up KMOX out of St. Louis, Missouri. But right now, of course, a blowtorch. WBT out of North Carolina.
15 to 15. How about the physicality right there? Houston showing some life. Juwan Roberts, you know he wants to get to that left. The scouting report says that Cooper Flagg's taking it away. So Juwan Roberts just buries that shoulder right into him, knocks him back, and scores it anyway.
And a timeout called by Duke. And Kelvin Sampson, the 69-year-old head coach of Houston, threw back-to-back fist pumps as he brings his team around in the huddle. 5-3. You're listening to the men's Final Four on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
In the face of uncertainty, some things remain steady, like the Cummins 2027 X15. Built on 25-plus years of experience and delivering up to 4% better fuel efficiency in a weight-neutral system, the X15 gives you the strength to move forward fearlessly and confidence that no matter the obstacle,
desire. Done this on the Chef IQ app. A little alert you when it's free online visit. It's our birthday. Bob.
Phenomenal job. Customized exactly as you wanted. Only one expert installer in the house. Process, it was so easy. There's no demo. There's no mess. And Bedford is a very high quality, permanent solution with a full lifetime guarantee. 3+ million happy customers like me and my wife. And right now you can save up to $500. So
Exactly. Sounds pretty good to me.
at bathfitter.com, there's only one bath.
50. The biggest games. WEPN, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Sports Center. Houston is looking for revenge in San Antonio.
You can hear 1040 out of Iowa, but really is a blowtorch right next to it. But you can hear it coming in.
If he leaves due to a national championship, I mean, it'll be the
Against President Trump and Elon Musk, thousands of people flooding Boston Commons and marching to City Hall Plaza for the Boston Hands Off rally. People protesting the Trump administration's actions on government downside
WBZ out of Boston.
rights. More than 1,000 similar rallies were held across the U.S. today. Now, Musk says they're saving taxpayers billions of dollars through government downsizing. Mayor Wu, meanwhile, holding her campaign kickoff event today at the Cyclorama. A preliminary election is set for September, where she faces challenger Josh Kraft. The attorney who argued on behalf of the government yesterday in a lawsuit brought by American...
NFL owners are expected to revisit the topic at their spring meetings later next month. Erica Lipowitz for CBS News. Well, this is for you gaming nerds. Nintendo has just unveiled its latest console.
KDK out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Tag of almost $500. Nintendo has shown off the new system in an online video.
It has a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat.
The Japanese video game giant has revealed a more vibrant display on the Switch 2, a larger screen, and several games that will launch with the console. Investors, though, not impressed. Nintendo shares tanked nearly 6% after the announcement. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News. And finally, some big news for Bruce Springsteen fans. The boss is releasing a bunch of old but new stuff that's been lost in the vault. He made the announcement on Instagram.
During the pandemic, what I did for that period of time was I finished everything I had in my vault. So this is track 2. The lost album records that...
So this is an example that I use upper sideband to kind of get away from 10-10 wins. You see, I got a little gap here. So upper sideband really helps out on this one.
We'll do it for the weekend roundup. Thank you so much for listening. The show is always online on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify. We want to get your feedback too. You can drop us a line at weekendroundup@cbsnews.com. Let us know where and how you're listening. The Weekend Roundup is produced at the CBS News Washington Bureau. Sarah Fishman is the technical supervisor, and Alan Fong provides production assistance. Have a great weekend. I'm Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
The preceding program was pre-recorded. KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AF Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. And we have the Medicare Solution Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1.
There you go, KDKA. Okay, there you go, KDKA out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You know, sometimes I can't hear it because 1010 is a blowtorch, but right now there's a little gap right here, and it's enough for me to hear it. Sometimes it comes in pretty good, but sometimes I get the you know, the bleed over. So.
Well, Michael McHenry and Pittsburgh passing.
10 years, he fears the cuts by Musk and President Trump to Medicaid. Medicaid funding is hospital
funding, and that would be your staffing, equipment, resources.
Others protested the tariffs, saying it hurts workers' pensions and their stock portfolios. Carol DeOria, 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM on Fifth Avenue.
Lots of anger is also being aimed at Elon Musk, whose Doge policies have cut spending.
It was just him.
This is WMVP out of Chicago, Illinois. RRT08. That Jennifer lady is local, but WBBM 780 in Chicago. Okay, pretty cool.
For a good stretch, they were the best team in the country.
You see, I had to use the lower sideband to get away from the. Okay, remember upper sideband on this side, lower sideband on this side to get away from this guy.
Final four team right here.
Absolutely. I think this is going to be one of those times, man, when Bruce has to go into the portal. This will be one of his first times. He's always had that core piece to kind of, since this portal and NIL things have been going the way they have, he's been able to lean on Janai Broome for 3 years and just kind of put pieces around him. Hardwell was another one. So he's going to have to lean on that portal hard, lean on his coaching staff to go out and get guys. He's never had a problem with getting McDonald's All-American guys. But now they're really going to have to find out where the talent is, go get that talent, develop it pretty fast to be able to maintain this level of play that they've had. I do expect them to take a bit of a step back because of the veterans that you named, but Bruce is a guy that's always done more with less. So I wouldn't be surprised for them to be not necessarily in the Final Four, but, you know, a nice switch between run Elite Eight knocking on the door.
Talking Auburn and Florida's Ron Slay, SEC Network college basketball analyst. To Florida, and one game to go for Walter Clayton Jr. and the Gators. But, Ron, how impressive has his run been? You know, we talked about it earlier that now all-time leading scorer for Florida in a single tournament. Some of the impressive names that he passed on that list, and then just to watch him play tonight, where there were just moments there they can't stop him. He literally is unguardable.
Yeah.
But what did you see from him really in this whole run, Ron, from Walter Clayton Jr.?
Yeah, that was it, man.
Wow, you have me house wide on your Sonos speakers. Wow, pretty cool. Yeah, James Farley, use that technique all the time. Yeah. I learned from Oxford. Many years ago, Oxford Shortwave, I watch his videos, and I learned from him. He's the master DXer. I learned DXing because of him. Clint Oscar Shortwave. So, you know, because first time I used SDR, I learned SDR because of him. So
continue to make plays, but to go out there and score.
Over people's eyes and basically have a word salad and say absolutely nothing at all when she was running for president. Now the conversation is elevated. We're talking about complex economic issues, and most households just told Reuters and Ipsos, we're tracking with the conversation. We're good. We got this. And you know what? We have the patience as American consumers to go through a little bit of pain. So I think that is a great thing. All of this, as I said, is coming at the backdrop.
James, last night I was up, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Lionel is on now on WABC overnight. I don't know if it's on the weekends only. You know Lionel, right? He's I guess they gave him a talk show overnight. He came out around 3 a.m. I believe. I think it was 3 o'clock in the morning, from 3 to 6 or something. I believe it was 3 to 6. So Lionel is on WABC. Pretty cool.
And appeal directly to all New Yorkers as an independent candidate in the general election.
Which we've seen Duke win when they take Cooper Flag out of court. They still win. And if you look at that one, they still by the 7 rebounds, 7 assists, a couple of blocks, a couple of steals. He's more than just scoring for them. Now, can he carry a franchise? No, but what's not a team that's being carried by one player in the NBA?
That is to the point of, that's why I pumped the brake. Like, when you watch LeBron come out, okay. Year 1, Team Squad. Year 2, Team with 500. Year 3, we're locked. All right, we are locked. And you're seeing Cooper being a very different from Tony.
David said unto Michael,
all his house will point me here.
Going on, to be clear, the court again emphasizes that it does not express any opinion as to the merits of the case, whether the prosecution of Mayor Adams should move forward. The judge acknowledged that his power in the situation was...
Yeah, because they tried a few people out. They had this Matt Blaze guy, but he was boring. And then they had James Flippin, boring. They're boring. So, yeah, so that Lionel. So they bringing in some other people now to fill up that overnight. Because overnight, right now the overnight is just, they trying different people. So I was up till like 3, almost 4 in the morning. Listening to the radio, and I heard 3 o'clock. I heard Lionel. I'm like, oh my God, it's Lionel. I thought it was a rerun from the Anthony Cumia show. Remember he was on last week? But no, it was live. He was taking phone calls too. So I'm telling you, he's hiring all these people. We might see Anthony Cumia on another time too. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? They're trying out different people. Yeah.
And travel discounts from a Turkish official and others, and returning the favors by, among other...
Bring back Michael Savage too while you're at it. I wouldn't mind having Michael Savage on. You putz! Michael Savage.
This trial deleted and appointed former U.S. Solicitor General Clement to assist him in deciding what to do. The Justice Department had wanted the option to revive...
Michael, you Schmendrick. Schmendrick.
Brother Eric Adam, he's going to run for re-election as an independent.
Moving on to number 3, it's not the worst thing to happen in baseball, but let me tell you, it's up there during an A's versus Cubs game. This drone was...
WLS out of Chicago.
Still going, I don't know, what are we going to do here? We have a hero, a 22-year-old vet boy, Stuart Salmon, who sprang into action, armed with nothing but a Louisville slugger and zero hesitation. Stewart went out into the field and then just whacked the drone right out of the sky. No injuries, no lawsuits, just one less drone in the air. By the way, the drone was probably trying to live stream the game for free. All right, moving on to number 4. If you want to go viral in 2025, what do you think that you need to do some social media content about? All right, let me give you the spoiler. It's tariffs, right? Searches for what is a tariff and who pays it are up 300%. With Trump putting them in the spotlight, people want to know how it's going to affect their jobs and their wallets. So there's a comedian by the name of Walter Masterson. He posted a debate on who really pays tariffs on beans and corn, and it became an instant hit. 8 million views on YouTube, 28 million views on TikTok. That is just crazy. So tariff is a tax to let you know that the government slaps on stuff coming into the country from someplace else. It's kind of like a cover charge for imported goods. So if there's a tariff on imported smartphones, that means that the companies bringing the phones into the country, they have to pay a fee, which means that's going to be obviously passed on to all of us. And finally, this coming in at number 5, starting on May 7th, we need a real ID to fly. And let me tell you, DMVs across the country are a mess. I read a story in the Wall Street Journal.
Yeah, I know the Empire State Building is next.
Right now to stand in line for somebody else.
2-0 slider, got it over. And 2 balls and 1 strike with Luis Torrens waiting on deck.
That might have been a hanger right there. That's a good-looking pitch to hit.
2-1. Sandlin slight pitch on the mound, sets, now the pitch. In tight, ball 3. Now if the Mets can get a base runner on and avoid a double play, that would get Lindor up. Got to get Torrens first, and he's behind Siri here. So 3-1. Sandlin ready. Here's the pitch. Inside with a breaking ball, ball 4. The winning run is on with 1 out. Remember, Siri's got good speed, too. Luis Torrens will be the batter.
I can almost guarantee that Siri's going to be moving at some point. That's why he's here, is to steal bases and get in scoring position and use that speed. Remember this, the run he scored in Houston where he stole second, went over to third base on a fly ball and scored on that ground ball back to the pitcher. That's what he can do in a bottle.
Mais en fait, on le comprend pas, on l'a juste observé. Le sentiment d'imposture, c'est important de comprendre que ça fait longtemps qu'on l'étudie, mais on le comprend très mal.
CJBC out of Canada.
De faire un projet de recherche là-dessus. C'est les professeurs d'université. J'ai des données qui ne sont pas encore analysées, donc je ne pourrais pas vous donner de primeur. Mais on ne va pas là-dessus, mais non, soyez en paix. Mais il y a, en fait, ce serait aussi des personnes qui sont aussi plus anxieuses. Donc, les gens qui ont un sentiment d'imposture, bien sûr, sont plus anxieux et aussi, bien sûr, ressentent plus d'anxiété, évidemment.
Puis est-ce qu'il y a un peu de honte pour venir compléter le cocktail?
Oui, parce que ça serait des gens pour qui ce serait important de paraître intelligent aux yeux des autres. Donc, s'ils ne paraissent
WHAS out of Louisville, Kentucky. Right now it's a little noisy. Wow, normally comes in a lot stronger, but
he swallows his upper lip, you know. Another component too, because it's not just like this happened, this happened, this happened. The book has its own voice and it has its own music and your particular sound and
WNYC, NPR station, BBC World Service after midnight.
And that has to add something onto it too. It's not just displaying the events, it's finding this artful music and language for the event.
Yeah, well, okay, so there's two things there. I think one is that, part of why we make art and tell stories is because there's a little parlor trick, there's a little human to human match.
The ultimate politician. Now don't.
And making it.
Well, now, stop, man. Stop. All right. Take a deep breath. Now, look, Houston's government. But we have polls, man. Polls are not wrong. Most people in there don't see you.
How much memory does it take to record the an SDR Uno? Yeah, it's pretty big. They're pretty big files. Because I don't go more than 5 minutes. And we're talking about, wow, that's a good question. It's a lot. 3 hours straight? Yeah, that would be like, it will probably fill up one of your smaller drives. A few dozen, I'm going to say 100 gigabytes or more. It's, 3 hours long. when I record, what I do is I use, I go 2 or 3 minutes before the top of the hour, and 2 or 3 minutes after the top of the hour, just to get the call sign. But to record the whole thing, yeah, no, it would be a lot. It would be a lot. In terms of I don't know what you mean by recording. You're talking about because this has its own recording. It's only, and you could only play it back on the SDR. If you're talking about video, then yeah, it's still gonna be a few gigabytes for video. That's different. Like if I want to record this on just OBS, which I've done like retro gaming videos. I play for about an hour, and it's pretty big file. We're talking about a few gigabytes. Remember, I'm doing it HD quality and all that. Now, if you're talking about the audio version, that it's not only the audio, it plays back the SDR. It's a WAV file, but it's a special kind of WAV file that only the SDR can decode. And you can actually tune the whole band. It's still gigabytes. But it's still a lot smaller than FM. FM, you cannot record the whole FM band. I cannot do it. My SDR, I can't. I can't, But anyway, yeah. So when you want to record something, you have to do like, when I'm DXing, top of the hour stuff.
My attitude is,
Unless I hear something right away and I just press record. Like I'll go here and just hit the record button, boom. Like on the spot recording. But otherwise I will do the 2 minutes of, like a couple of minutes before the top of the hour, or 1 minute before the top of the hour. So about 3 minutes after the top of the hour, just to get the call sign and things like that. If I'm DXing. Now, if you want to record a show, then I will do OBS and just record it with OBS. But I would mess around with the settings. I will not have the highest video thing, things like that. I don't know. You have to mess with that. Because it will take up space. But you can't. I have recorded videos over 2 hours when I was playing, retro gaming channel. I had a few games that I played for a few hours. Like 2 hours tops. I think it's 2 hours. I don't know. I have to go to my retro gaming channel and check which is my longest video that I uploaded. I think it was a little over 2 hours. I was playing a couple of football games and stuff like that. But there were gigabyte files. No question about that. There were gigabytes. All right. There you go, WBBM 780 out of Chicago.
Don't work when you're supposed to be retired. And if any financial advisor tells you it's too good to be true, they simply don't have the options we do. Call Trajan today. 630-360-9000. Annuity guarantees are based on the claims and ability of the issuing insurance company.
9:43 from Bloomberg Business. Here's Kimberly Adams.
Is America losing its charm when it comes to being a travel destination for Europeans? It seems many foreigners are bypassing the state when booking their vacations.
We see a pretty strong deceleration across the Atlantic.
French hotel booth at 4, which holds more than 25 brands like the Fairmont, is seeing the trend. CEO Sebastian Bezan tells Bloomberg TV U.S. reservations for the summer are down 25%. Many European travelers are choosing to go elsewhere.
Probably people deciding to send people to go to Canada instead of going to America, to go to South America, to go to How about the anxiety to go on an unknown territory?
Some travelers feel put off by President Donald Trump's crackdown on immigration. Today, Donald says reports of tourists being detained at the U.S. border have made many people even more wary.
It's obviously created a bad buzz, and we don't need any bad buzz today.
Even Air Canada says bookings for flights between Canadian and U.S. cities were down 10% for the April to September period. With business at 23 and 53 from the Bloomberg Newsroom, I'm Kimberly Adams, News Radio 105.9 WBPM.
Coming up, the latest in traffic and weather and the latest on the prices of eggs. It's 9:24.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old...
There you go, 9:24 in Chicagoland. Of course, over here it's 10:24 in Yonkers. There you go, WBBM. You just heard it.
79. Big Lou will find a term life title game.
Great, Burton Cummings, the Guess Who. 1969, that was These Eyes. And talking about, body English, I said we started with hand jive, we went to fingertips, right? We went to legs with the footloose and of course, Rod Stewart, and now we're into the eyes, right? And eyes say everything to people.
So, of course, this is Tony Orlando. WABC out of New York City. So the music, Tony Orlando.
Adore you.
My Georgia, oh, I never laid a hand on you, my Georgia. Like a million miles away from me, you couldn't see how I adored you. So close and yet so far. Carried your books from school, playing make-believe you're married to me.
For your pipes and it works. Green Gobbler, let the Gobbler get it. The Gators.
WJR out of Detroit, Michigan. WJR.
Separated by no more than 4 the first 15 minutes of the opening half before Auburn put together a run before halftime.
Well, now back to Pettiford. Pettiford put one of the Final Four logos to the left side of 3 from Kelly. Rounds around and home. Here's Kelly. Another 3. His second of the first half. He's got 8. And Auburn leads by 9, 43-44.
They weren't great from 3 in the first half, just 4 of 15, but they had some solid defense. They forced some turnovers, and Auburn led Florida 46-38 at the break. A lead that was evaporated pretty much 4 minutes into the second half. Then it was not really any room for either team, but it was Florida's defense. They got them the lead. Headed for the break it up.
Oh, 780 is the strongest over there? Oh, okay. Wow, okay.
Florida by 2, 59-57. Alive.
Right now, Atlanta's kind of weak. WSB out of Atlanta. So right now it's pretty weak. So. Zuma Radio out of Canada. WGN, but right now WOR is just bleeding over too much. Otherwise, I would have been WGN out of Chicago.
Chef IQ is a modern, completely wireless cooking thermometer. It eliminates any chance of undercooking or overcooking of your food, no matter how you cook your food. Now, Chef IQ Sense was designed to withstand extreme heat. It can survive in a deep fryer. Chef IQ Sense will guarantee that your chicken, your pork, your meat, your steak, your burger, your fish, it'll come out to your preferred outcome. And using Chef IQ Sense is simple. You just take a wireless probe, you put it in your food, you just go to the Chef IQ app, you pick your desired level of doneness, and it will tell you when it is ready. You can find Chef IQ Sense right now. You'll get 15% off when you check out with the promo code Hannity. Just go to chefiq.com. It works right out of the box at chefiq.com today.
Future Health Weight Loss. Want to lose 10 pounds in a month? Then you need to go to futurehealth.com for easy, affordable access.
Yeah, I got a hum over here. As I go lower to the band and around here, I do get a hum. So I don't know if it's local to me or it's just, but I definitely think it's local to me too. I am getting a hum.
5 pounds with Future Health. And here's the best part. You don't need it.
Was a factor. As a result, we weren't able to maintain control of the game, which I think if we had taken care of the basketball a little bit, not turned it over and given us so many easy ones, we could have been in position to win the basketball game.
And by the way, here at halftime, credit Bruce Pearl, Nick. He was back out on the floor. The NABC, National Association of Basketball Coaches, were honoring the Coach of the Year from Division III, Division II, and he was the winner from D1. And he was back out on the floor at halftime after his team had lost.
Yeah, and they still had an incredible.
It's too early for Cuba. 6:40. I can see a carrier, but it's too early. Cuba. Plus the noise floor is a little high because of the infed too.
We are the largest family. Wherever Jews come, we always feel together comfortable because a Yid and another Yid are mishpacha achas.
WSNR 620 local.
That ever successfully inspired shluchim around the world in over 5,000 to 6,000 Chabad houses.
Become a soldier. A lot of them have been doing active fighting in Gaza. So we'll be connecting to ministries that are connected to them. We found an organization that puts together service dogs.
WMCA, local station.
So David, a couple of questions for you. Have you had the opportunity to share
160. Normally I get CFOS out of Canada, but right now it's not coming in. It's kind of weak. Nah, the amp-fed is not yeah, it's too much noise. See all that noise? All right, I'm gonna go to FM. I gotta switch the antenna though. So let me go to home. Antenna B is FM, and I'm gonna go to the FM band. Broadcast FM. Where's the favorites? Where's FM? You see there's here. Broadcast VHF. No. Yeah. Okay, here we go. FM. All right. So now I'm on FM. I switch the antenna. This is the FM loop. Okay, so.
BGO. Jazz anywhere, anytime, on any device.
Oh, so you got the RDS right here. Okay. I'll be right back. That was WBGO. Now this is WFDU.
Voici la fin de la semaine qui venait.
WKCR.
Qui veut mon âme, elle est à prendre. Vous arrivez au bon moment. Je n'ai guère le temps d'attendre, car avec mon nouvel amant, et les remparts de Séville, chez mon ami Las Bastia, j'irai danser la seguidilla, boire du manzanilla. Oui, j'irai chez mon ami Las Bastia. Que toi, je t'avais dit que les femmes t'appelaient. Je ne te parle pas, je chante pour moi-même, je chante pour moi-même. Et je danse, il n'est pas défendu de penser.
You remember Popo? He used to walk from Port of Spain to San Fernando. Yeah. All right, my friends. Let me move on here. Also, I got some good wishes as well. Yeah, I suggest donate to your show. I would like to hear Rasmas by Explainer, Sing Boys Sing by Shadow. I'm a successful spring drive. Long live Calypso music. Mr. Mull from the Bronx. Thank you, sir. Also, yeah. Thanks for
running the town, but I have not seen any evidence of that.
As you drive around Saddle River, many residents have signs on their property that say, "Let them live, stop deer hunting." Glenn Shuck, 1010 Wins, 92.3 FM, here in Saddle River.
At Hackensack Meridian Health, our most advanced state-of-the-art treatments begin with hello, and hola, and annyeong. Hello, ciao.
No quiero ni hablar con la gente. Sentirse mal también está bien. Porque no hay mal que dure para siempre, y menos tú. Hoy no me siento bien. No quiero ni hablar con la gente. Sentirse mal también está bien. Porque no hay mal que dure para siempre, y menos tú. Que nunca me diste nada, de nada, de nada, de nada. ¿Cómo te voy a extrañar si nunca diste nada? Ese 100 que tú me dabas parecía más un 20. Yo creo que tú le dabas más amor a la...
When I started writing, I wrote Instructions for Traveling West as a poem, and 40 days later, that poem, which is the titular poem of the book, I had sold my house and left my job. And so I think what we write down literally on the page shifts our luck, changes our stories, and drives something new into existence.
You're also a teacher, and I'm wondering, people must ask you all the time, like, a lot of people have a dream probably of writing, particularly maybe of writing poetry. And I mean, you did this kind of scary thing of going from a sort of civilian life, corporate life, to this. What is your advice to people who have had this dream to kind of write and have never...
For the cruise! For the Sanctum Freestyle Cruise, I'm back next year. Now you're far, far away.
...832-2527, 833-832-2527 o visita delosrusos.com. En New Rochelle estamos abiertos. delosrusos.com.
Descarga la aplicación de Food Bazar y obtén puntos dobles en todos los productos Mogopa. Te esperamos en la gran inauguración del Boogie Down Food Terminal.
Out in the backseat, cash out on the back sand beach. Oh, you know my body. Oh, you know that's me. Bitch, you might get me. All I want to love is beside there.
Some of y'all go get a wash. Some of y'all just go pop shit. Some of y'all just go.
Wait a minute. Since we in that energy, since we rock all this stuff.
end up taking lessons. Sure, I've had over 8 years, but if I get rid of it, then what will my New Year's resolution be next January?
Exactly. So bundle your renters and auto and save with Progressive and protect the things that make sense to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Spring Sale and get 30% off fees and stays.
Surrounds me in the eye of the storm. When my heart every time that I speak, a diamond and a 9, it was mine every week. What a time and a climb, God was shining on me. Now I can't leave, and now I'm making hella Italy.
Here we go, the injury ad. See the injury ads?
Trying to duck behind Roberts going. 7 points from shooting. Inbound comes to Cryer, hops to the top of the key, the handoff there to Wilson. Malik Wilson will pass a chest pass over to Cryer. Cryer against Flag. Re-enters, spins at the free throw line. Flag smothers him. It's Wilson now. Left baseline, backs it out, and he throws it to Cooper Flag on the run. Flag driving to the other end of the floor, throws it up through contact. The shot short, but he earns 2 free throws as he felt that contact from Malik Wilson, and he draws the personal foul.
I love the fact that he's guarding L.J. Cryer and just does such a good job of staying in front of the ball, staying down on the shot fake, then gets a steal, takes it 94 feet. I mean, this is truly a generational talent that we are watching play in front of us.
That foul on Milos Uzan rather than Wilson. Third on Uzan. Flag at the line. Free throw is good. The NCAA Fan Experience official hospitality is now available for the 2026 Final Four in Indianapolis. Official.
Defend that lady when I call you. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Yeah, most likely probably HD. Because they're HD, yeah.
I apologize a trillion times. Me and your daughter got a special thing going on.
Jersey, New York City, Monmouth, and Ocean County. It will remain cloudy on Sunday, but after a round of morning showers, it will be drier for the afternoon. Highs in the upper 40s, Monticello, 50 to 55 elsewhere. Scattered showers Sunday night with most lows 45 to 50. Periods of rain Monday morning, ending by afternoon. On the cool side Monday, with most highs around 50. Partly sunny, but it will be cool for Tuesday. I'm meteorologist John Leo on 89.7 and 99.7, The Bridge.
On the air in Paramus at 103.1, The Bridge.
This is Ann Graham Lotz with Daily Light for Daily Living. We live and work and go to school in a culture that celebrates gray. Absolutes are barely tolerated.
Hold up.
Song, hate to chop into it, but that's the way radio is with the old records. If it goes too long, got to fade it down. Hope you enjoyed the songs today. We call it Homespun Harmonies.
Bless Lord, oh my soul, and all that is within me. Bless His holy name. It's been on my mind, girl, I gotta say.
It's Sanchez Hudson Valley. He's about to take care of the ladies.
La Boya. Cause I love you. La Boya.
Number one.
It's DJ La Boya. For real. I love girls, 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 girls. I do adore. Yo, put your number on this paper. With love.
This is real life. I have a plan. I'm calling Top Dog. He gotta go bite him. Whoever put me in this situation, he gotta go bite him. I want top dollar for this. The pain, top dollar. The loss, top dollar. Everything I lost, I want it back plus more. Top Dog Law.
Do you have bad credit but need a new car? Do you have trouble getting a car loan for any reason? Call Credit Solutions, a division of Hudson Hyundai. It's easy to apply right over the phone. No matter your credit past, we can help. Please call 800-694-7203. That's 800-694-7203. At Hudson Hyundai, you won't pay 25% more for your next car. Our prices stay low with no tariff markups. Over 650 vehicles in stock with tariff-free pricing. Like a new 2025 Hyundai Kona, only $68 down. Or a new 2025
WFMT Radio Network.
This is Classical New York, WQXR, 105.9 FM and HD Newark, 90.3 FM WQXW Ossining, and WNYC FM HD2 New York.
Hello everyone, I'm Lee Kuntz, and I'm excited to present two recipients of the prestigious Avery Fisher Career Grant on this edition of the McGraw Family's Young Artist Showcase.
and Bible verses continue to bring God's peace, hope, and encouragement to our listening family. For 66 years, souls have been saved, marriages restored, and faith has been renewed. God has used the profound words of teachers like Bob Cook, R.C. Sproul, and John MacArthur, and the lyrics of so many musicians like Fernando Ortega, Point of Grace, and Stephen Curtis Chapman to speak to the lost, the hurting, and the broken in many ways through his word. Your faithful partnership with Family Radio.
Yes, they are relaxing, right? WQXR, yes.
Thank you for giving at familyradio.org.
Welcome to the Quiet Hours on Family Radio. Be still and know that He is God. Heavenly Father, thank you that... Turn it up! Light up.
Some of them, but you're not gonna get this many stations. Yeah, I can. I mean, I can switch it. You want to hear it? I can switch it. Look. Knew you'd never keep. Right now, that's the end fit. I just switched to the end fit. You said always be here, alive forever, still repeating my. There's nothing on the BNC one in Tennessee. See that? So of course the MFED is on B. You made me promise it. That's the MFED. But remember, the MFED is way up there, 35 feet above ground, on top of the MFED. So it's a long wire going up to the 35 feet. That's the MFED right now. B is the FM loop. A is the MFED. Here we go. Okay, so it was glitching. Yeah. So the MFED, nah. This is the FM loop. MFED, you can hear some of it, but you're not gonna be able to hear all of them. You might pick up some. But no. I knew you'd never keep promises to keep through the fleeting hours of the morning. Love is careless, it is choosing, sweeping over across and lightly. Love descends on those defenseless. Idiot love will spark.
shit. If you wanna boogie, boogie night.
But they still boogie.
If you wanna boogie, boogie.
This is the FM loop. Let me see if I can hit Noah. Noah band, right? That will be yeah, Boogie Nights. There you go. Of course, this is gonna be actually, let me go to view. No, receive. Favorites. Let's see. Anyway, no, it's gonna be. Is it AM? No, now we're FM. Okay, here we go.
Nautical mile or less. Sunday, southwest winds 20 to 30 knots. Seas 4 to 8 feet. Sunday night, southwest winds 20 to 30 knots. Seas 5 to 9 feet.
That's a NOAA weather band. Of course, I'm using my FM loop antenna.
10 to 15 knots. Seas 5 to 9 feet. Rain, then scattered showers. Monday night, east to northeast winds 5 to 10 knots, becoming west to northwest 15 to 25 knots. Seas 4 to 8 feet. Tuesday, west to northwest winds 20 to 30 knots. Seas 5 to 9 feet. Tuesday night, northwest winds 20 to 30 knots. Seas 6 to 10 feet. Wednesday, northwest winds 10 to 20 knots, diminishing to 5 to 15. Wednesday night, southwest winds less than 10 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Thursday, south winds 5 to 10 knots, becoming 5 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Thursday night, south to southeast winds 5 to 15 knots. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Here are the current conditions. As of 11 p.m. at Central Park, it was cloudy. The temperature was 43 degrees, the dew point 40, and the relative humidity 89%. The wind was northeast at 10 miles an hour, gusting to 18. Botanical garden was not available. Elsewhere, temperatures were 41 and 45 degrees. At White Plains, fog was reported. It was cloudy at LaGuardia Airport, Kennedy, and Newark. Across Long Island, it was cloudy, and temperatures were between 43 and 45 degrees. In New Jersey, temperatures were between 44 and 46 degrees. At Trenton, fog was reported. It was cloudy at Caldwell, Teterboro, Somerset, and Linden. In southwest Connecticut, it was cloudy, and temperatures were between 42 and 45 degrees. Here are the latest reports on the coastal waters. At Robbins Reef in New York Harbor, winds were northeast at 12 knots, gusting to 14 knots. The air temperature was 44 degrees. At New York Harbor entrance...
doing a good job. Nah, it's not. This is a FM loop. It's not doing a good job. I see some stuff there, but that looks like some birdies or something. I don't think that is. Let me find. If I see a real strong signal, maybe. But it's not doing a good job. See that one? Yeah, that's not a. Yeah. There's one that, let me see, 1, 2, 5. Trying to remember, it was 127. 127. But. Yeah, it's not doing a good job. Yeah. Yeah. Let me try the policeman. No, it's not. Okay, that's not it. Let me go up. Nothing there. Actually, go to Shortwave. Go to Shortwave. There you go.
Anyone in the unit in the 3-3 have a cage car? Three Adam.
That's a po-po.
Keep the trimming going.
NYPD.
Man, on a license sergeant, yeah, and the time is going to be 23:15. Remember that there are set business before person RMP and sure back to 60 locks are engaged.
3 Adam 10,000. Location.
It's going to be West 178 in Amsterdam. West 178 in Amsterdam.
What's my other time?
23:15. 3T Adam, 91 that directed. Three boys. Highway's gonna have one under. You can show me transporting to the 7th precinct. Mileage is 99025.8. 10-4.
see what happens now. I'm doing the squelch thing. First time I'm messing around with this squelch thing in here.
For Charlie 1.
There you go. Oh, squelch. Yeah, nice.
3 Charlie 1.
4 Charlie 1. Can you try that call back now to the approach?
Yeah, no, it sounds pretty cool.
There's going to be a language barrier for Spanish.
So I got the squelch on, okay? I put on auto. So let me go back up here. 476, 887. And I had to go to radio reference. That's NYPD citywide dispatch, but I don't know what borough it's. I mean, it sounds like the Bronx or Manhattan, but I think it's the Bronx. So right now I got the squelch on auto. It's on auto. So anything come up on that frequency. This other stuff here, that's digital. That's digital right there. So you're not gonna be able to hear anything. Just over here too. That's digital.
9 North Auto Larceny.
9 North Auto Larceny.
Sensor, you could disregard that transport. We're gonna transport ourselves. Thank the unit.
Sounds for CP Adam disregard.
You got a little bit of everything here. You got shortwave. You got some medium wave. You got some FM. You got a little weather band. Now you got some UHF police frequency going on right now. 3 hours in the books. 3 hours and 16 minutes. Wow. Pretty cool. There you go. There you go. And right now, local time is 11:19 p.m. I'm gonna sign off now. I've been on for 3 hours, over 3 hours. That's good. That's a good night for me. I will be back probably tomorrow. I don't know yet if I'm gonna do that, but I'll see if I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you, James Farley, and thank you everybody for watching. And I am gonna go chill out in the boiler room for the next couple of hours. And I'll see you soon. Have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye.